So Jesus is going down to Judea, to Jerusalem, and towards his death. And that's kind of indicated in a way here by the Pharisees who are asking about this divorce. And this question doesn't come out of thin air. The Pharisees are asking this because they have a plan. It says here to test him. So what they want to do, they're trying to actually destroy Jesus. They're out to get him. And so they're looking for ways to get him. And if you remember John the Baptist had criticized Herod and Herodias because they had both left their husbands and wives and got together and got married. So they'd both worked, and John the Baptist brought this to the attention of the people, challenged them, and so he was killed. And so the Pharisees here are hoping, let's see if we can get the same thing to happen to Jesus. We want him to get to die, so let's see if he will condemn Herod and Herodias as well. And Jesus actually comes out and basically says, he doesn't name Herod and Herodias, but he basically says it. You leave your husband, you're committing adultery. If you leave your wife, you're committing adultery. That means if you go on to live with somebody else or marry somebody else. And so Jesus is very clear. They mentioned Moses allowing them to do that. And so there is in the book of Deuteronomy, there is a lessening of the law of the Lord. So what you see in the original law in Exodus and Leviticus, in Deuteronomy, they've got, seems to be concessions where the Lord is allowing things, Moses allowing things that the Lord had not allowed in the past. And so Jesus is bringing us back to the purity of the original law. We are made, a man is made for a woman, and the two, when husband leaves father and mother and becomes one with his wife, one flesh, and they're not to be separated, as Genesis says. So he's bringing us back to the original teaching. And at the heart of this as well is that marriage is a symbol of the love of Christ for his church. How much does Christ love his church? How much does Christ love his church? What do you think? 100%, completely. 100%. He loves church to death. So, and is there anything that could stop him from loving his church? Not at all. Absolutely. So there is nothing that will stop him from loving his church. He will not leave his church, although his church, me in particular, I will do things to separate myself from him. But he never leaves me. That's the reality. And so this image of how much does God love us, he loves us with everything that he is, and so he gives himself for his church. His love is not conditional. Ours is conditional. His is never conditional. And so this marriage imaging the love that God has, Christ has for his church. This is the love that we're to imitate in our own lives. The love we should have for one another should never be a conditional love, but a complete self-giving love. Can we do that? Not without the grace of God.